Yeah, I'm excited about this group. Obviously, last year was a tremendous run for our guys and our program, and we had 8 seniors that really did a great job of helping establish our program and leading our guys. These 2 guys, Josh Harrington, Colin Turner, have been in our program all 4 years that we've been here. They're unbelievable leaders and unbelievable competitors and great basketball players, but also great men. And they've done an outstanding job in carrying the mantle for leadership for this year's team. We've got a lot of inexperience right now, but our guys are working really, really hard, led by our leaders and our veteran guys. And I'm excited about where we are. Again, I think our goal every year is to be the best that we can be, whatever that is. And I think we're on path to do that because we're improving each and every day. Yeah, so I think that, I think we'll always kind of be the same. I mean, we're going to try to be opportunistic, pushing the ball in transition. We'll be multiple defensively like we've always been. And then I think, as a high school coach, you have to coach who you have. And so every year, offensively and things like that, within the confines that keeping most of the parameters the same, but then trying to tweak things that play to the strengths of the talent that you have inside your school building. So, we'll do some things that are a little bit different that I think will play to some strengths of the guys that we have. But generally, I think you try to create a program that kind of flows the same and then tweaks with the personnel that you have each and every year.
Right now, we're just we got to, like Coach said, we have little inexperience. So me and Colin we're just really trying to be leaders up there, try to get everybody to have the same mindset as us. Because last year we were all together, and I think that's important. I think that's why we were very successful. So we're trying to get everybody to come together as one and be one unit.
Yeah, I really think, kind of going off what he said, leading, I feel like is our most important role with this team because of just how much inexperience we have. I feel like just showing the guys the right way to do things, how to prepare for games, do all that type of stuff. I feel like that's the most important thing for us to do for them.
It was big for our junior class then because it kind of was an understanding of what it means to fail. And I think that's something that everyone needs to learn how to be able to handle and use to push through, to better yourself. And that's kind of something that we really want to teach the younger guys right now, is that it is okay to fail and that you are going to fail. But it's how you make it better yourself and how you get to the next spot. And I think that's important from what I learned last year compared to what anybody could ever take from it.
I think I added a lot of strength last year, but I think I've built on that again. And I really think that I'm playing more physical now with how much size I have. I'm really using it a lot more. And then I feel like I've also been working on my shot and my outside game. I feel like that really will help propel our team with whatever I can do to help us win.
Well, I think growth and experience is going to be a huge part. We got a lot of guys that haven't played a lot of varsity minutes, so every chance they get on the floor will be a new experience for them. Our schedule is very, very challenging. There's no nights off, and that's by design to prepare our guys so that hopefully by the end of the year you're playing the best. So I think similar to what Josh just said, if we do struggle early, hopefully our guys don't lose heart and lose confidence, that hopefully we can build. That's the danger of having a tough schedule right off the bat. But I think our guys are bought in, hungry. We've got great leaders that hopefully will lead them through. So I just think that that's what we've got to do. It's got to be, are we getting better each and every day? And if we are, then I think this team will have a chance to reach its potential, whatever that is. I do think we've got some talented kids and some guys that can, have breakout years for us, and some guys that maybe people haven't heard of before or seen, obviously, because they hadn't been there. But I do think it's there.
I've got 4 seniors, don't have a junior, and then have a few sophomores and a bunch of freshmen. So these guys are going to have to carry the load. We practiced this morning. And I told them we open up this Friday. We go to Hazel Green, we play Sparkman on Friday, and we play Lee Huntsville on Saturday. And I basically told them, look, I trust these 4. The 5th person that I put on the floor, I don't trust. They don't know all of our plays. They're a work in progress. I said, so basically, you guys have to be perfect, and as long as I don't have to coach you, then I can help you coach that fifth person on the floor, whoever that may be. So they're going to have to log a lot of minutes. They're going to have to be smart about how they play with fouls. But you know, these guys, there's when you can put 4 17 to 18-year-old kids in girls basketball on the floor, you know, boys and girls a little bit different. You know, you have freshman, JV, and varsity teams, and so usually a lot of boys teams have 7 or 8 seniors. To have a varsity girls team, and I don't care if you're at a 7A school or not, usually you just don't have 4 senior starters, and so we're going to have to rely on you know, that experience, that age, to carry us this year.
I think it'll be good for us to just all bring energy to practice and help the young guys know what they're supposed to do and just help them on the court when they're trying to run the plays, know where to go. I think we're all just trying to focus on helping ourselves and them at the same time.
It's like a really heavy expectation, especially for me since I've been playing with him for so long and I know what he wants out of a team. It's just we all have to help everybody get there, get to the point that we need to be. And it's going to take some work because we're still learning stuff ourselves, but I think we can do it.
So, going along with what Kerri and Camille said, I think each of us have to play our specific roles. We need to make sure we rebound. We need to make sure we bring our energy to the game. We need to make sure we finish at the basket. We need to make sure we get the easy points. So later on in the game, if we need to, you know, help the others, we know we have to do that too.
And I think it's very important to show leadership and to set an example for the younger guys, because they need to be able to play at the next level, as some of them have never stepped foot on the floor at a varsity game.
Well, you know, we've had a little roster turnover. You know, one of the things I think you run into, especially in girls basketball, you know, football season doesn't have a club season. Okay, so in boys sports, you know, you don't have as many, I think, crossover athletes. You might have a football, baseball player. You know, usually a soccer player is a soccer player on their own. But in girls sports, you know, the volleyball, the softball, and the soccer club seasons are so long, and basketball being a 2-semester sport, there's a lot of girls that will play one of those other things, and those recruiting calendars kill basketball. And so what we're dealing with right now is, you know, we've got a kid that played on our basketball team last year who just committed to go SEC in track. She's walking the halls. We've got a girl that's committed to play in the Pac-12 at Oregon in softball who's played on our state championship basketball team. She's walking the halls. There's a girl that played as an 8th grader and a 9th grader who's probably going to be one of the top soccer players in the state, and she was the best basketball player in her grade, and she's walking the halls. And you know, so you know that is the tough thing about having 2 and 3 sport athletes. If they're really good at the other sport that's not yours, there's a great chance that at some point you might lose them. So yeah, we've got some roster turnover, but these guys, you know, obviously Camille's my daughter, and so I've put a lot of work in with this age group. You know, Alex and Kerri, you know, have been with us, and I've coached probably every middle school game they played at. I coached them in OTM. You know, Pax moved in a couple years ago and fit in really great with this group. But these guys, you know, and then they've practiced in a state championship program for the last 3 years. So yeah, maybe they didn't step on the court, you know, all the time, but they were on the court with a lot of really good, well, a state championship basketball team every day at practice. And so now it's their time to shine. It's their time to step up and play. And I have full faith in their ability to do it.
I mean, I think it's really strong. This is kind of our last ride, so to speak. Next year it's going to be a really young team with probably not a lot of game experience since we'll be carrying a lot of the load this year. I think we have to give this year everything that we have, just all of our players, because the next couple years will be rebuilding for them since they'll have to step up and take leadership on their own.
You know, the COVID year really, really hurt us, you know, not being able to do a lot of the social things, not being able to travel. I mean, I've traveled to multiple tournaments every year. And, you know, last year we were supposed to go to Panama City and that got nixed. You know, so we really, I think that hurt a little bit of everybody. We're going to Huntsville this weekend, up to Hazel Green this weekend. So that'll get us away a little bit. We're going to Gulf Shores for 4 days and playing in the Gulf Shores tournament at Thanksgiving. So we'll have three nights and we'll play 4 days, and we'll actually have an extra day on Sunday to do things as a team. And then we're going to Panama City for 4 days. Coach Laatsch's son is the boys coach down at Arnold High School. We're going to go down there and play in an 8-team tournament down there. So we'll have 4 days with these guys. So, you know, we were really set up. You know, we really kind of try to set up to have those bonding experiences while we're playing during the course of the season. And so we're looking forward to those. But I'll tell you, it's our younger guys, especially our freshman guys, they don't have a lot of experience, but they're a really, really close group. And this group's a really, really close group. The difference is you got 17 and 18-year-olds, and then you got to mesh them with 13, 14 and 15-year-olds. And so they're both really, really close. It's just now we got to get them to come together, you know. And there's, you know, and I've coached enough teams with enough, you know, age group, you know, these guys are never going to fully mesh with a bunch of freshmen and sophomores, and freshmen and sophomores are not truly going to mesh. But, you know, these guys can take on, I think, a nurturing role in basketball. And, you know, and I think we can be pretty successful.
When it comes to an injury, you shouldn't have to be a professional athlete to get professional care. In fact, you shouldn't have to be an athlete at all. At OS1, we understand that orthopedic injuries occur to all types of people at all times of the day. Our convenient location allows you to get immediate attention without having to go to an emergency room. We have on-site digital X-ray and MRI, and our sports medicine specialists are fellowship trained and are here to get you back to it, whatever it might be. The best part is that OS1 is generally less expensive than the ER, and our decreased wait times make sure you are able to spend less time waiting and more time getting better. For more information or to book an appointment, please visit our website at bettersooner.com or just come to our Hoover location. OS1 Sports Injury Clinic. Get better sooner.